Much appreciated. My name is Jeff Robbins. I'm the director of the Sun Prairie Media Center. We run, for those who might not know, we run the two public access TV channels, Kids 4 and K-Sun. We're located in the same building as the library, just over here. On top of Kids 4 and K-Sun, our two TV channels, we're also in the midst of constructing a community radio station that we plan to have on the air now within the next 3 months, so it's coming up very quickly. I think I speak for not only the Media Center staff, but also for the library staff when I say that we are very happy to host this gathering for our volunteers. That's a small token of acknowledgement for all the hours that you put in helping us to serve our community. We simply couldn't exist as we do without you, and for that we are all very grateful indeed. Speaking for the Media Center, we estimate that about 90% of the programming that airs on Kids 4 and K-Sun is produced by local volunteers such as yourselves. In 2014, we aired, this is roughly, it's going to sound very specific, but it's rough, 1,134 new programs on the two channels, and roughly estimating that volunteers spent about 2,700 hours producing those programs. And that's not counting hours that volunteers helped us with fundraisers or working city events like the Blog Party or Corn Fest. So volunteers are very important to us. This is my second year presenting the Sun Prairie Media Center Award for Outstanding Dedication and Service. And to be honest, I'm surprised we haven't honored this individual before now, but I'm very glad that I get to be the one to do it. Chris Mertes is a busy guy. His role as managing editor of The Star. Are you okay with this? Okay to get praise. I knew this was coming, right?
There's no money, is there?
His role as managing editor of The Star keeps him running all week long at all hours of the day and night, and just doing that would be enough to keep 2 or 3 folks busy. But somehow he finds the time to host not just 1, but 2 regular programs for the Sun Prairie Media Center. There's Talk of the Town, which he has been doing with Don Hoosier, who coincidentally we honored last year with this award. He's been doing that show with Don since 2006. And last year, he added to his already full plate a show called Inside Your City. In 2014 alone, Chris was involved in about 45 and a half hours of new original programming for the Sun Prairie Media Center, not including the time he spent researching and preparing for each show, as he most certainly does. And on top of that, it has been a very busy first quarter of 2015 for him, as he and Don have produced several debates and forums for every contested race in the Sun Prairie spring election that just wrapped up. But it is not just quantity that we are here to talk about. The programs that Chris does, again, on a volunteer basis, he does because he cares about ensuring that citizens are informed about their government and their community, which, at the end of the day, is the reason that a public access channel like K-Sun exists. And Chris does not simply show up to host these programs. There are guests to book, questions to prepare, and research to be done. It is a remarkable commitment to us and to the city of Sun Prairie. If Chris's contributions to the Media Center stopped there, it would be more than enough to secure him the award today. But he does more. He generously donates space in the Star for our K-Sun and Kids 4 program listings. Not here and there, but every single issue. And he is very accommodating when we have news releases that we want printed about events happening at the Media Center, which is quite often. In addition, Chris can always be counted on to attend Sun Prairie Media Center events and fundraisers. And last but not least, Chris and his wife are valued and involved supporters of our Kids 4 program, and their daughter Olivia is one of our most dedicated and creative Kids 4 kids. So with that, excellent. It's so nice when it works out that way. It is my pleasure to honor Chris Mertes with the Sun Prairie Media Center Award for Outstanding Dedication and Service. Chris, if you don't mind. Would you like to say anything?
I had a 30-minute speech prepared in the office. I'll just say thanks.
Let's go right to the next one. All right, thank you very much, Chris. Moving on, you're not done with me yet. Some might say that honoring the top guy at City Hall with an award is just a sneaky way to suck up. Well, I disagree. I say it's an obvious, blatant attempt. It also helps that in this case, the recipient of the next award also deserves it. Aaron Oppenheimer, Sun Prairie's City Administrator, is this year's recipient of the Mildred Thompson Award. This award honors someone who has meant a great deal both to the Media Center and to the library. Let me touch on half of that story, then I'll turn it over to Lynn for the other half. Just about exactly a year ago, I asked Aaron if he would be interested in hosting a new program on K-Sun. The point of the show, as I saw it, was to give our viewers an alternate source of what's happening at City Hall, beyond the live city meetings that we air and obviously will continue to air. Sort of a briefer, more digestible version of those meetings. That was my initial pitch. It's a credit to Aaron's commitment to transparent government and citizen involvement and education that he said that he himself had been thinking about such a show. He only needed a little nudge to get him started. Well, the Media Center was happy to give him that nudge. Aaron got our other nominee, Chris Mertes, whom you just met, involved as co-host, and together the two have crafted a show, frankly, better than what I had first imagined. On Inside Your City with Aaron and Chris, the two discuss recent council and committee of the whole meetings, but also city events, economic news, and every show, and they've done 22 of them since May of 2014, features an interview with a different city newsmaker. It also doesn't hurt that Aaron has taken to the TV medium remarkably well. He's relaxed, conversational, knowledgeable, and personable. In fact, the show, which typically airs, check your listings, of course, in the Star, airs Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, as well as being on demand at ksun.tv. That's our little plug. The show has gone so well that it just won a Best in Show award at the 2015 Best of the Midwest Video Fest. That was my reaction to it. So for his work on Inside Your City and for supporting me, my staff, and the Sun Prairie Media Center in general, we are delighted to honor Aaron Oppenheimer with this year's Mildred Thompson Award. And to talk a little bit about what Aaron does for the library, here is Lynn.
Yes, so like Jeff said, this is an award for both the Media Center and the library, which is kind of a unique award. Aaron's only been here for 2.5 years, if you can believe that. I couldn't. Yeah, you can hear me, right? I'm loud. So although he's only been here for 2.5 years, he's already shown great dedication to this, not only the community, but to the library and the Media Center. The library in particular. When they put out a call for new board of directors applicants, Aaron applied. He was interested in being it. And that's not as part of his role as city administrator. It is strictly outside of that as part of his being a community member. Is that he's on the library board of foundation directors. Or foundation board of directors. He's been there since March of 2014. I asked Terry McElroy, so what has he done on the foundation board of directors? And her response was, well, when he approached me, I wasn't sure that this was a great idea because he is a busy guy. Can he do this? Can he really commit to doing this? And what he said to Terry was, I will never tell you no. And so far, he has never told her no. So, does he need to be out there at the crack of dawn pounding in steaks? It's done. Does he need to get banners up? It's done. Whatever Terry needs done, for the foundation, of course, gets done. He's always on the ball. Doesn't matter how busy he is, he makes time for the library and time for the foundation. So with that, we know that Aaron is dedicated to not just making the community the best it can be, but also the library the best it can be. So the Mildred Thompson Award for service to both the Sun Prairie Media Center and Sun Prairie Public Library is presented to Aaron Oppenheimer. He's hereby honored for his service and contributions in recognition of his time and efforts producing and hosting the original public affairs program Inside Your City with Aaron and Chris. In recognition of his service on the Sun Prairie Public Library Foundation Board of Directors. We deeply appreciate his commitment to us. Thank you. And now we'll move on with Debbie Bird with our special recognition.
There's quite a little list for the Sun Prairie Public Library Special Recognition, which is an award for everyone who has completed 50 or more hours of volunteer time. So, I've got some help for this presentation. Sandy Adcock. Ann Bauer. Sally Campbell. And Darlene Crane. Brooke Dirks. Molly Elliott. Sandy Grady. Bill Hansen. Heather Jones. Pat Kippert.
There she is.
Don Cohn. Kim Koss. Is that her? Barb Loftus. Terry McElroy. Paul Mastel. Judy Murphy. Patty Murray. Donna Nelson. No, she's there. Diane Olson. Errol Polinsky. Rebecca Rank. Harry Rip. Ann Semin. Diane Smith. Chuck Spelbring. There he is. Oh. Cindy Stanky. Ken Stoplett. Are they? Oh, there's Cheryl Coleman. Marlene Testelin. Barb Trimble. And last but not least, Nicole Warzinger.